I think the line is a setup, I can smell it, but ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Hoyt and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the dot. So I hops up on the A train, I'm being followed. My 7th sense is danger. I turn around, it's anger. And he brought a marble along. It's the same chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the profit.
Yo, Prophet, ignorance is tired of you following them around. We about to put an internet out right now. Animosity, fear, what's up? Get him, yeah.
Passed by, I hear a buzzing noise. It was that chick with some of Ignorance's boys. She said, Prophet, we got you beat. By the way, I'm Mr. Ignorance's wife, deceit. But enough talk now for your haircut. When the clippers touched my hair, they blew the... After the explosion, there was no one left. Cause I know dim mock, poison hand, touch of death. My vision's still kind of blurry, but I see a clue. Ignorance is at the library.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. For Atlanta, it's been all about winning games right now. They lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes, because you know if they try to get to the rim, the anchor is back.
Beautiful and vibrant Atlanta, Georgia, the capital of Georgia, and our location tonight. Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Atlanta, Georgia at the Phillips Arena. Last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W against the Spurs.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. So here's Miami's starting group. Ilyasova out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Rose. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back, man. His body betrays him.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Middleton drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against Memphis.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
There's a screen by Kanter.
I'll tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Kanter's shot is off.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And he gets it to go.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, I spoke briefly with Eric Spoelstra. A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and it is going to take a 5-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Thank you, Doris. And so here is Miami following the 3 by Atlanta.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. And as you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Now here's Rose following the miss by Tony Allen. Ilyasova passes to Durant. Rose attacking. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Rose has got his first basket of the night.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
To the paint, stolen by Cantor. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And that one's good. Middleton's got his second basket of the night.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And here's Rose outside, and he gets it to go. Rose has got 5 now. Now Rubio. No good on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
LeBron James is out there with Ryan Anderson. Then it's Sanders. Then there's Calderon, and it's Green in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And he knocks down the first one.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say, he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
You just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, this says even more about LeBron, that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. And no matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
And so here is Miami after LeBron James's miss. Thornton, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Sanders kicks to Calderon. And he gets it to go. Calderon's got his first 2 points.
Was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Here's Capella. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
That one goes. Count it. 1:19 left in the first half.
Well, we know until last season the Heat had been the kings of the Southeast Division. They won 4 straight division titles, but all of that changed last season. He
muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. His defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Sanders. Damari Carroll comes in for LeBron. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jose Calderon. And it's Durant missing.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. The Heat struggled in their own division last year, ended up 3rd in the group, but went a measly 6-10 in conference play.
And listen, they knew it was going to be difficult without LeBron, and especially with the injuries they faced. The Heat still have the most division titles among the Southeast teams with 7. They need to work hard, though, to add to that mark in coming years.
And the Hawks making a change here. Allen's checked in. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Heat.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And here's Anderson from the arc. No luck. The Heat go the other way with it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Middleton with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Middleton against Allen. Shoots from 14. And that one comes up a bit short. Rubio outside. Here's Howard. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Miami ahead. They lead by a bucket. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's start with you. What you think about the Heat?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just...
And it's been a back and forth. Game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The Hawks trailing. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Heat, we've got Durant. Enes Kanter is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Rose in at point guard. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
It's hauled in by LeBron.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
It's Durant with the drive. And Ilyasova throws it down.
This has been, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Atlanta making some changes. Sanders checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Allen. And it's Calderon in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Miami, Andrew Nicholson. He's checked in for Cantor. Thornton comes in for Chris Middleton. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Rose. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
James dishes to Green. Calderon kicks to Gallinari. And it's Gallinari again missing. The Heat with the lead. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. They lost the last 3 games of the regular season, Clark, and really just limped into the playoffs. Some of it might have just been fatigue.
Yeah, it could have been, and their play at the end of the season did leak into the playoffs, Kevin. I mean, you could see very quickly that they weren't the same team that looked so dominant during the regular season.
And that one's good. Nicholson's got his first 2 points of the night.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened. Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
The Hawks trail by 4. LeBron outside, fires for 3. They get it back. Sanders. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
That shot wide open. Durant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Mack, no luck. Calderon kicks to James. And a wide open look for Sanders. And it's in. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
That's a crucial 3, Kev. They've cut it close going into the 4th. They've still got a chance.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. And for the Heat, they're shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Ricky Rubio is out there with Allen. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Howard in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Miami.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
The Heat making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Durant, the pass to Rose. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 6th assist on the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
Down low, here's the break, and it's Allen with the jam.
Hang time on that rim, puts a little whipped cream. on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
.157 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Howard. And he lays it straight in.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're up by 3. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Middleton outside. Ilyasova dishes to Rose. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. The shot's good from Cantor.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And Middleton kicks to Rose. And, ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to impede his path there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia slant cam replay. The Heat leading by 6. And it's Rose penetrating, and he gets it to go.
He's played an important role in there. Offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Middleton on the wing. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Gallinari wide open. It's
just a not letting up at all.
And the Hawks making a change here. James is checked in. Rose with the ball. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
And here's Gallinari outside. Kept alive by Atlanta. Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and put some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can call all the timeouts they want, but really, I don't think it matters at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready to go home just like the players are. There's nothing they can do to salvage this one right now. Let's go. Get out of here. Game done.
Yeah.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.